Since the arrival of ChatGPT, the internet has become obsessed with artificial intelligence tools. The education and legal fields are just some of the sectors feeling the impact. Will journalism be the next industry to be disrupted by ChatGPT? I'm Oscar Liu from the South China Morning Post. Today, we're going to test ChatGPT to see if it can perform my job as a reporter. I'm working on a story about a guide dog training school in Hong Kong. I'll write my story the good old-fashioned way, then we'll ask ChatGPT to do the same story. This is how I do my job. First, I make some phone calls and set up interviews. Then I go to meet my sources. The school is in a remote part of Hong Kong near the border with Shenzhen. It takes me almost 2 hours to get here on public transport from our office. The Seeing Eye Dog Training School has just successfully bred its first litter of Labradoodle puppies in Hong Kong, but they are facing some difficulties taking care of them. So I'm here to meet Macy and Ivy to find out what challenges they face. We talked about the school's struggles to find foster homes for those puppies. I also got to observe Macy and Ivy looking after them. But one of the highlights of this assignment was interacting with those Labradoodles and experiencing firsthand their energy. After leaving the school, I also made some phone calls to some former puppy foster families and asked the authorities and lawmakers for their response. A few days later, my copy was ready. As for ChatGPT, let's get it working. Already prepared my prompt for ChatGPT to write a story. So the basic information is about the guide dog situation in Hong Kong. I also asked ChatGPT to give me 2 former foster family response, a government statement, and the policy towards guide dogs in Hong Kong. Okay, let's go. The AI tool is capable of providing human-like responses based on text prompt by user inputs. It's approximately 40 seconds for ChatGPT to generate a 900-word article. So let's see how well it does. So there are things are accurate. School requires foster family to take care of the puppies for around 18 months before returning for formal training as guide dogs. That is the correct information. It also said according to an association of Hong Kong, only 30 guide dogs are currently in service in Hong Kong. The figure was correct 2 years ago. One major problem with ChatGPT is that it relies on data available mainly online, some books and other sources up to 2021. It is also primarily a language model. Even though it can write eloquent articles, it is unable to verify or attribute its sources. I also asked ChatGPT to give feedback of 2 former foster families. It said one family had returned to puppy early due to personal reason, while the other found the experience too difficult to manage alongside their own work and family commitments. But here's the thing, the real struggle is the immigration wave and the end of work from home arrangement causing the decrease of foster families application. So I also asked ChatGPT to give me a lawmaker response, but here's the response without name. It just said a lawmaker has expressed concern about the lack of support for guide dogs in Hong Kong. So the quote is nowhere to be found on Google. So the accuracy of this article is questionable. So if I submit the article to my editors, they will pretty much grill me on every single paragraph. My story is based on my personal experience interacting with the puppies and their carers. I think journalism still requires us as reporters going out and meeting people in person, and that's something AI cannot compete with a flesh and bone journalist. I guess my job is safe for now. Will it change in the future? That's a verdict for another time.